What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over 5 characters that I want to see added to MultiVersus. Now, I made this video a very long time ago, back when the game, I believe, was just rumored. We heard the rumored name was MultiVersus. We didn't necessarily know the full cast or the full, the full amount of characters that are going to be in the game. And there's been a lot of rumors for characters that are going to appear in this thing, but I got some good ones. I personally believe, of course, I want to hear what you want to see, what characters, what maps, all that kind of stuff that you want to see. Let me know in the comments below. But let's just kind of jump right into it. I'm gonna go with this first group as a pair, so I'm gonna pair them up. It's like a 1A 1B, Raven and Starfire from Teen Titans. So this one, I'm really taking the DC angle, right? They've already got some of it. I think like Aquaman would be a good kind of like runner-up candidate, right? If it's not in the top 5, like an Aquaman would be pretty sweet. You could do something like a Robin. That's why I'm kind of staying away from him. I think Raven and Starfire would be absolutely killer for a game like this. I think they would. I think in terms of, obviously, the Raven moving around could even function a little bit like Superman. Like, we've seen a little bit of like how you can fly in this game, which it's limited, right? You can't just stay in the air the entire time, but maybe you can. Maybe Raven's ability, just one of her base things, is like floating just generally, right? But I think just what you could do with those characters in their movesets would be absolutely killer. I'd love to see, visually how they would look. I'd love to get, the voice actresses that did them in the show. I'd like to bring them in. I mean, that would be, actually, you already have one of them in Tara Strong. You already have her in because of Harley. So I think that would be really, really awesome to have those two. And it sticks with a more DC angle. The second one, I'm sticking to one that I actually said months ago when I made this video, Godzilla. So Godzilla, to my knowledge, I think I asked this question in that video. I feel like there has to be almost like a side deal made between Warner Bros. And like other people, right, in order to get Godzilla. I don't think they would necessarily be able to insert Godzilla as easily as you'd be able to do, say, a Raven or even like a Mortal Kombat character, right? I don't think it's as easy to do Godzilla, but I think Godzilla would be wild. Now, the biggest problem, of course, as you would probably imagine, is how do you match the size, right? Again, in this game, there are characters that are very short and tiny, and there's characters that are bigger. I guess I'm going back to Superman again. Superman is like a taller, buffier, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of has like his chest out, right? Like, he's a bigger character, but there's characters on the opposite side of things that are a little bit more tiny. So like, Godzilla would obviously have to do some massive scaling down, and maybe it wouldn't work. I mean, I will give you it, right? The Godzilla would probably be the most, nuts of this entire list, but I really think you could do some pretty incredible things, obviously from like a fire kind of breath and just all that. I think it would work in his moveset, like stomping and kind of like swatting with his arms, and then just his actual, abilities that we've seen. The biggest thing, of course, would be, again, size. How do you make the size work? But I'm leaving him in here. Number 3, I'm going to do a combination thing as well. I'm going to say Harry Potter anything. Now, the tough thing with Harry Potter is that if you believe the rumors, and the rumors for this game have actually been right. Like, I know, rumors can be 50-50. Sometimes they can be wrong. So far, like when things have been leaked or data mined, obviously, for MultiVersus, like they turn out to be real. The rumor is they were gonna have Harry and Ron. Those were gonna be 2 characters, but the new rumor is that they scrapped them. There's kind of uncertainty with the licensing, right? These are the whole Warner Bros. Discovery, kind of merging stuff. So it sounds like they wanted them, and it does make sense, not having wizards from the Wizarding World, which is a huge property in a game that's multiverse, right? Not having that is kind of like a big deal where you'd imagine they at least tried. And again, the rumor is they did try. So I'll say Harry Potter anything. This one would be incredible. I know when I made the video last time, I said Dumbledore and Voldemort. I would actually do that. I would pick Voldemort and Dumbledore instead of like Harry and Ron. I get Harry because of like the name, but this would be different because you couldn't do any, in my opinion, like physical like attacks. I guess you could maybe do something with like potions. Like, you could try to make a potion an actual attack to like knock somebody back. But the thing you'd have to obviously be concerned about with these characters is they use wands. So literally it's just ranged attacks. And we've had that in like, so you go to like Smash Bros, right, with different characters. There are characters that are primarily ranged, but I'm pretty sure all of those characters have at least something you could do if you get up close with them, right? for Harry Potter, it's like, I mean, the biggest thing you could do is like stab somebody with your wand. I mean, there is kind of like a spell-like ability where if you hit somebody with your wand, like that would do something. I guess you could do that, but like they're not physical, right? They don't throw punches, they don't do like leg sweeps and stuff, right? So that's Godzilla's an issue because of size. Harry Potter, Voldemort, really any of these characters, they would be a problem because they're non-physical at all, like literally at all. So any kind of move close up wouldn't work. You'd only have to do stuff with range. Now, granted, that's fine. I truly don't care. I would take it no matter what. But maybe that's something that's concerning. Number 4, I'm going with Mad Max. I think this one is definitely, I think this one has also been rumored, long rumored, back when the game was actually first announced. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Mad Max. Like we have Rick and Morty for, say, season 1. I wouldn't be surprised if Mad Max was something for like a season 2. I think it makes a ton of sense. Now, he's somebody, right, that you can imagine both. Like you can easily envision if somebody comes up close and personal with him, what he would do, and then far away, what he would do. But I think visually he would look really, really cool. You could even obviously have like a map connected with Mad Max and have it just be like a barren wasteland. I think it'd be really sweet. I mean, he can use weapons, he can use them physically, or he can use them to obviously shoot, but it would be awesome. This one is the one I feel easily. I think one of the Teen Titans will make it at some point in this game, but if I had to put like a bet which one I think is most likely to come, like out of anything, I think Mad Max like is for sure gonna enter the game at some point. And finally, number 5, I'm gonna go Ben 10. Now, what's interesting, I was trying to like work this through with my daughter. We were kind of like pitching ideas. I was actually talking to one of my friends on PlayStation about this. The interesting thing with Ben 10 is like, he's the reason why I don't say Beast Boy. Now, they're not the same, but the general idea of like not being yourself, right? So you play as Beast Boy, but then really you'd be fighting as other things, which we've seen in Smash Bros, right? Or even like Pokemon, right? You could play Pokemon Trainer, but you're really playing as the Pokemon themselves. It's been done, but to have 2 of them, at least to start, would maybe be overkill. So if I had to choose, and this is maybe controversial, if I had to choose between Beast Boy and Ben 10, with the fact that I'm going Raven Starfire, right? I'd want those 2 from the Teen Titans. So you could do Cyborg, you could do Robin, you could do Beast Boy, but give me Raven and Starfire. And if you want like a shapeshifter in a way, right? You do Ben 10, in my opinion. I think that would be absolutely epic. And again, it's exactly what I was just saying. You would be playing as the character is Ben 10, but you'd be playing as other things that he can transform into. So I think that would work really, and we've seen that work and play out in other brawler games, and it works absolutely fine. I know I mentioned Aquaman very early for like an honorable mention. Honestly, other honorable mentions is just any Cartoon Network thing you could possibly get, right? If you could get like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Samurai Jack, I don't know if you'd have to get like a side deal for because of like rights or whatever, but you could get like Samurai Jack, Ed, Edd and Eddy. I'm a huge fan of Codename Kids Next Door. I remember that growing up. I freaking love that show. So there's a lot of just Courage the Cowardly Dog. I mean, you can go on forever because there's some amazing shows. If we could get 1 or 2 from that stuff, I'd be, as a consolation prize, I'd be very happy. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on my list, on your list. Put them down there. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow or support me anywhere else, all my social media, including our Patreon, is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.